Hey there, it's Brian Powers over at Remax First. Just want to talk to you for a few minutes about what we're expecting to see from the real estate market in 2023. Now that we're into the new year, that's always a big topic of conversation from the people I talk to on a daily basis. They just want to know, hey, what are we expecting to see from the market this year? And especially with the way last year ended, people are even more interested. So let's talk for a few minutes about that. Start by looking back real quick at 2022. It was really a tale of two markets. First half of the year was more of the same of what we've seen the last couple years. Super low interest rates, really low inventory, hardly any homes on the market, and homes that were on the market were selling in a matter of days with multiple offers and bidding wars and selling thousands and thousands of dollars above list price. That continued through the first part of the year. And then everything changed. Everything changed when interest rates started really going up. Instead of interest rates being in the 3s and the 4s, we got all the way up into the 6s and the 7s, and that just had a dramatic impact on the market. We saw the number of homes sold go down quite significantly throughout the later parts of 2022 as buyers kind of took a step back and adjusted to those high rates. So that's kind of how we ended the year last year. As we look forward, what are we expecting from 2023? Well, I think if I had to come up with one word to describe what we're expecting to see from the real estate market in 2023, that word would be stable. And that's probably not the word you were expecting. A lot of people, because the market went through some negative changes throughout the second half of last year, there's lots of headlines and stories out there about the bottom falling out and the market collapsing. That didn't happen, and that's not going to happen from anything that we can see. So we really expect the market to be stable throughout this year. And when we look at the key factors, I'll kind of walk you through why we think that is. Let's start with interest rates, because that's the one thing that everybody wants to talk about. Interest rates really went up last year, of course, throughout the second half of the year. It seems like we've peaked out, right? We kind of got into the 7s, and then they kind of came back down into the 6s, and we've stayed there. And that's really where we expect to stay throughout 2023. It looks like by the end of the year, we'll consistently be in the low 6s and have a chance at maybe getting down into the high 5s. You can actually get high 5s right now with certain programs, but your standard interest rates, we expect to get into the low 6s and remain there as we make our way throughout the year. When we look at the number of homes sold, right? When those rates went way up last year, the number of homes sold went way down. The good news is the data looks to us like that decrease in home sales has kind of plateaued. It's not going down anymore. It's stabilized quite a bit. And we're actually, based on the data we're seeing, as we make our way into Q2, Q3, and Q4 of 2023, we actually expect increases in the number of homes that sell, which is great news for the market. And then third, let's look at home values, because obviously that's something that everybody always wants to know. What's the value of my home? Is the value of my home going to go up? Is it going to go down? There's a lot of differentiation in those numbers nationwide, but when we look here in Southeast Michigan, I'm not really expecting to see any changes in home values. Obviously, every little community is different. Some may go up a few percentage points, some may go down a few percentage points, but by and large, if you live here in Southeast Michigan, I would expect your home value at the end of 2023 to be relatively close to what it was at the end of 2022. So no real changes. Not the worst thing in the world when you consider how much home values have gone up the last 4 or 5 years, for that to kind of plateau and stay the same. We're definitely not expecting any big drops in home values, which is good news. So I hope that information helps kind of bring you up to speed on what we're expecting from the market this year. If you have any questions or anything I can talk to you about as you make your real estate plans to buy a home or sell a home, let me know. I have a lot more data available than I just shared with you, but obviously nobody wants to watch a 20-minute video on real estate statistics, but I can go a lot deeper than that if you have questions to kind of help you determine whether or not it's a good idea to make a move this year. Reach out. I'm always happy to have that conversation, and I'm always happy to help. Take care. Have a great day.